Welcome to this video, brought to you by our sponsor, The Other Way, Personal Sovereignty and Safety. There is an old saying that change is the only thing that stays the same in this universe. We see it everywhere, from shifting seasons to aging. Yet even though change is a completely natural part of life, it still terrifies most of us. Research highlights the scope of this hesitation. Over half of all people admit to being scared of making a major life move. In the business world, up to 70% of new projects fail specifically because the people involved resist doing things differently. If you feel uncomfortable, threatened, unloved, or manipulated, your mind and body are giving you clear signals that it is time to move on. So why do so many people stay in jobs or relationships that actively cause them misery? The answer lies in a common confusion between predictability and actual safety. Knowing exactly how a boss will yell at you allows you to brace for the impact, creating a false sense of security. Real safety, however, requires being in a place where you don't have to expect harm at all. We tend to view familiar environments as a known cost. Moving to a new job or ending a relationship introduces variables we haven't calculated yet. Many of us would rather endure a predictable type of pain than face the unmapped variables of a potential success. If you have ever stayed in a difficult situation longer than you should have because it felt safer than the unknown, take a moment to like the video. This survival instinct effectively traps us. By prioritizing what we can predict, we stay tethered to situations that guarantee our circumstances will never improve. This physical inability to move forward is an ancient freeze response triggered by ambiguity. It is a biological survival mechanism that activates when the brain encounters a situation it cannot immediately categorize. Your brain processes unpredictability as a physical threat. It locks your bodily systems to prevent you from walking blindly into a zone where you might get hurt, even if that zone actually contains a better life. This happens emotionally just as often as it happens physically. Overcoming this requires a new way to calculate risk. We usually obsess over what might go wrong if we move, but we rarely calculate the compounding damage caused by standing still. Consider what happens if you stay in your current situation for another full year. If the status quo is currently eroding your health or happiness, then staying put for the next year is the most dangerous path available to you. Because this freeze is a physiological alarm, you cannot simply reason your way out of it. It is nearly impossible to design a new future while your nervous system is trapped in a state of high alert. This is why our sponsor, The Other Way, created the 3-minute clearing protocol. It is a physical reset designed to signal safety to your body, breaking that biological lockdown in exactly 180 seconds. You can access the 3-minute clearing tool through the link in the description. While you're there, subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into human behavior. Until the nervous system exits this state of alarm, the brain will continue to miscalculate risk. It will favor the known harm of standing still because it lacks the physiological calm required to see the path ahead. Handling transitions is a mechanical skill rather than an innate personality trait. Most people who feel they are bad at change are actually just out of practice, having relied on familiar routines for too long. You can rebuild this skill with microsteps. Start by auditing your daily habits and stopping one small thing that makes you feel bad. Then run a 1-hour low-stakes experiment. Act as if you have already made the change. Browse new apartment listings or update your resume, just to see how the experience feels. While your environment shifts, you need a single anchor. Maintain one steady routine, like your morning coffee or a weekly talk with a friend, to provide grounding while the rest of your life moves. Change your vocabulary regarding the transition. We look forward to getting a better phone or a faster car. Treat your life with that same mindset. You aren't being forced to change. You are choosing to upgrade. Shift your focus toward a day-one mentality. Instead of fixating on the pain of the ending, concentrate entirely on the first day of the new start. Look forward to the space you are creating for yourself. Comment below with one day-one experiment or small upgrade you are going to try this week. Leaving a bad situation creates the room necessary to design a better future. Thank you again to The Other Way for supporting this deep dive into personal sovereignty. When you view the unknown as a new beginning, you stop being a victim of your circumstances. To help you take that first step, You can download a free copy of the 3-Minute Clearing Guide through the link below. Thank you for watching.